Hello guys, good morning. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sekani and this is the Millionaire Secrets. I'm so glad to have you guys around. Today we'll be talking about wealth and the characteristics of wealthy people and how to help your mindset be shaped to those characteristics on your way to financial freedom. Okay, this is a result of an in-depth research study carried out over 20 years ago to study wealthy people and how they became wealthy, and this was documented in the book called The Millionaire Next Door, and that is the book we will be reviewing first in this series of video called The Millionaire Secrets. So just to say this before we go forward, there are no secrets to being a millionaire. Okay, I'm very sure you probably have watched or read a lot of things about making money or being wealthy, and this video is not one of those. Why? Because if you just want the information of how to become wealthy or how to become a millionaire man, you can as well just read the book and move on. But this for me, or this for us, is a journey, is a process to making sure that we implement these things practically in our lives and see how they will transform us. Okay, I believe in repetition, I believe in process, and that's what I talked about in the last video, and that is why I am making this long streak of 100 videos to make sure that I become a better YouTuber and I can bring out better content for you. I'm sorry about this behind me. It's my shoe rack and I tried so much to take it out, but please, you just have to bear with me because these are crappy videos. So all right, let's go straight. So beginning first from the introduction of the book The Millionaire Next Door, it started with searching out for wealthy people, and they went to upscale environments to search out for wealthy people. But to their amazement, and to the first lesson we get to learn from this research, wealthy people are not always in upscale environment. And you ask me, oh, if wealthy people are not in upscale environment, so who pays for all the expensive houses and expensive cars that are there? So I think first of all we need to define what being a wealthy person is, or what wealth really is. So from this research, it was found out that wealthy people are different from what the layman or the common person see as being a wealthy person. So if I ask you what a wealthy person is, you might have to say, oh, someone who has a large net worth, expensive cars, expensive houses, and really those things are good, but this is not the exact or a very correct way to define wealth or to define someone as being wealthy, and I'm going to tell you why. You see, from this research we found out that when I say we, I wasn't part of the research, I just read the book, but I love this book so much. So it was found out that wealth really is not in the net income. Okay, so we are going to agree on this definition. Wealth, or a wealthy person, is someone who lives below his means, who lives below his income, all right, and is able to sustain his lifestyle for a very long number of years, even though he's not earning any money. And I'm going to explain this. I know it's quite a lot for you to take in, and I'm really not going to be doing any cuts or editing to this video because it is part of my own practice to become a better communicator on camera. So I'm going to say this: wealth, or being a wealthy person, is being able to accumulate a lot of money to an extent where your living and your lifestyle is below your means or income, and you are able to sustain yourself in this current state or lifestyle for a number of years, even though you stop earning any income. So this is why the research showed that a lot of wealthy people do not live in upscale environments. Why? Because people that live in upscale environments, people that live in expensive houses, have expensive cars, most times earn a lot of money. But the bad part to it is that they keep earning to be able to sustain that lifestyle. So say for example, I earn $1 million per year. Let's just say that. And my means for the year is, say, $900,000. So that means after the year I only get $100,000 to myself as spare money, and somebody else earns $600,000 for the year, and the lifestyle or the means by which he lives, his total amount of spending for that year is $300,000, and he has $300,000 as spare money to keep for himself. Based on our new definition of wealth, I tell you that over the years, the guy that earns $600,000 and spends only $300,000 in the year and gets to keep $300,000 is more wealthy than someone who earns $1 million and spends $900,000 and gets to keep only $100,000 as spare money to him. Okay, so these and many others are things we will be elaborating further as we go in this series, and that is why I want you to stick with me and stick around as we explore this. But I am going to go straight to the characteristics of wealthy people, because that's where we're going to be starting from. What are the characteristics that are to these people that are wealthy? Because these are not the regular people you call wealthy, because someone in that book actually, after reviewing this study, said no, these people can't be wealthy because they look like your ordinary people, and that is why it is called the millionaire next door, because your neighbor could be a millionaire and you don't even know why, because he probably doesn't look the path. Okay, so I'm going to be giving 5 characteristics today, and the first one is this: you need to live below your income. You need to live below your income, and that is something I personally need to do, because I live in an environment that you can term upscale. I live in Lekki, Lagos, and the standard of living or the means of living is quite high. But wherever you are and however you live, for you to accumulate wealth, you need to live below your means. And that leads me to the second characteristics. These people channel their energy, their time, and their resources to things that are conducive to accumulating wealth, because wealth, as we would learn later, is a result of accumulation. And if you are someone that gets income and spends it, and there are no schemes or structures to accumulate those wealth, I tell you, you are tending to poverty, because it doesn't really matter how much you earn. If you stop earning, how long more can you sustain your life at that level? And that's why people run into bankruptcy. Okay, so because this video is less than 10 minutes, I'm just going to be giving you the remaining 3. The third characteristics of wealthy people, according to the millionaire next door, is that it's that they prioritize financial independence over showing off nice stuffs. Okay, these guys do not look like your regular millionaires. Okay, they prioritize financial independence. That means they rate having enough money as spare money over having a high status and over having people think that you have a lot of money. Okay, because when you have money and you buy stuffs, people know you have a lot of money. But when you accumulate money and you keep it and keep growing it, people necessarily don't see that you have a lot of money, but you actually have a lot of money. So these people prefer to actually have a lot of money than show that they have a lot of money. And the fourth thing here is that they choose the right occupation. So you see, one of the ways to actually build wealth is to choose the right occupation. People who are frustrated in their job, people who don't do the things they like, people who don't go after their dreams and pursue the things that they really want to do not eventually, most times, get wealthy doing the things that they force themselves to do. All right, and we're going to explore this over time as we go through this book later on. So I'm just going to name the tips and not go into the details of the tips. And the last one, which is like a bonus tip, is that these guys who create wealth were not actually giving inheritances. They were not giving economical pass down from their parents. So it's not like they woke up with these millions in their account and then they just had to keep it. No, they built it from the scratch, and by building it, they had to build those characteristics and those features to make sure that they can keep this wealth. And that is what we're doing by doing these videos. So please drop your comments below. It's 10 minutes already, and I want these videos to not be so much more than 10 minutes. So drop your comments, make sure you like, make sure you share these videos so that we can have so many people on this journey and we can all learn together. I'm not a millionaire, as you can see. If I was a millionaire, those shoes wouldn't be there. Come on. Oh well, we were told not to show off as being millionaires. So start implementing these things in your life, and I'm going to do so, and I'm going to keep sharing status reports on how my finances are doing as I implement all of these tips and all these lessons learned in this book. So make sure you like, make sure you share, give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and please drop your comments below so that we can interact and build this community. So keep living and keep up on this journey to financial freedom. I'm signing out. Thank you so much.